When a thrill seeker from New Zealand relocates to a new city to tell his crush how he feels,
I'm not sure how she'll react.
we trapped him at a fake art class.
This is pretty hard out.
But will she be happy to see him here?
Oh my God.
Or was crossing the ocean really just crossing the line?
I have something to tell you, Kay.
Uh-oh.
On this episode of Love Trap. All right, just like the song says, some guys would walk 500 miles just to be closer to their crush. But 500 miles really isn't that far in comparison to 10,000 miles. And that's just how far our boy Matt has traveled from New Zealand to be closer to his crush, Cody. The trouble is, it's an intense thing telling someone you traveled halfway across the world just to be closer to them. Matt needs our help telling Cody the truth, and hopefully she doesn't send him packing.
People would consider me outgoing, sporty, a bit wacky and weird as well. I've done whitewater rafting quite a few times and skydiving. I think it's the adrenaline rush that keeps me doing it. Compared to sort of normal days, I need that kind of rush.
Oh, he's a wild and crazy guy. He's that guy that gets the party started. You don't know what's going to happen when he's around.
I have got a gentle side. All through school I did art and I really enjoyed it. I need that kind of chill out time as well.
Matt's had some relationships in the past, but he's been doing a lot of traveling lately. He's been traveling, I think, roughly about the last 4 years.
I've had a range of jobs. I worked in Australia for a bit and England and Thailand and Canada, so I have a big crush on Cody. I met her in Australia while traveling and she went back to Canada and I followed her over here.
Cody's wonderful. She's a friend of mine, and they've been out a few times together.
She's quite artistic and outdoorsy, so perfect girl for me.
I think Matt's looking to settle down a little bit. He's here for a while, but I don't think he's ever let her know what his real intentions were.
Yes, I am crazy.
You've traveled the whole world looking for the girl. You've found the girl, and now you've traveled all the way from New Zealand to Canada just for her. How did you know that this girl was special enough to follow around the world?
Well, because I've been traveling for a few years as well, so I've kind of met a lot of girls and kind of got the gist of what I'm into, and she kind of fell into all the categories, so.
She's the one.
Well, yeah.
So wait, she knows you're here, and since you've been here, have you guys hung out?
Yeah, we've hung out like 7 or 8 times, but in group situations.
Yeah.
So it's never been like face-to-face kind of, hey, how you doing?
Your expectation for the trap is to tell her how you feel and hopefully get like a date.
Yeah, for sure.
How do you think she's gonna react?
I don't know, that's the whole point of giving you guys the help me, because I don't want to seem like a loser coming over just for her, so I'm not sure how she'll react.
Well, as I know, in New Zealand, they have one of the greatest rugby teams in the world.
Of course, of course.
And of course, the All Blacks use the haka dance
yeah, boy.
to get fired up for battle.
Yeah.
Can we get a little haka dance for Cody right now?
Karite! Kamate kora! Tu vanne fititera!
Hey, buddy, we're ready. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. We're ready now. Matt took a big risk here. He crossed an entire ocean to be closer to Cody, when most guys get rejected after crossing the room just to approach a girl. If she turns him down, it's a long way home. Lucky for us, Matt has made friends with Cody's sister, Lisa, and she's gonna be the one to help me get these two together. Now, do you think, in all the time they've hung out, she might have a crush on him? Like, what is your sister's type?
Cody generally goes for guys that are really outdoorsy, but also has a really good sense of humor, somebody who's a little bit silly. She likes things like extreme sports. She's gone skydiving,
Okay.
and so she really likes that kind of stuff. She also likes somebody who's really into art,
Okay,
artsy.
we can work with that.
Yeah.
So how do you think she's gonna react when Matt, someone she's kind of known, reveals that he's flown halfway around the world just to tell her that he has a crush on her?
I hope she's gonna be excited.
Wow, Matt sure can pick him. Smart, beautiful, fun, and funny. No wonder he came 10,000 miles just for her. But in order to make a big connection, you gotta start with a small one. Now, how are we gonna do that? Well, she's into art, he's into art, so maybe we can get them making art together. We'll get them making, well, you get the idea. For this trap, we found an amazing loft that will be the perfect setting for an art class. We're setting up hidden cameras and microphones everywhere, including sticking a cameraman in an armoire. We've also hired an actor to play an art teacher and guide our couple along. Matt's crush, Cody, thinks she's going to a free art class with her sister. Even though Matt and Cody have seen each other since he's arrived in the city, she has no idea he's going to be there. And then he'll have to take the final step in his journey of 10,000 miles and see if it was worth the trip.
We got this kind of loft space set up for you.
Yep.
So this is the backstage area where we kind of keep all the equipment, we do all the setup, but it's gonna be hidden from you and your girl.
Sweet.
So you gotta meet someone really
Sounds
important.
good, man.
Ralph, you have to meet Matt. Matt, Ralph.
Nice to meet you, man.
Now listen, Ralph is gonna be an actor playing an outrageous, rude, uptight art teacher. So he's gonna be kind of leading you through the date, making sure the movement keeps going. Maybe have some people come in here, maybe some naked people, to inspire you to maybe get naked with your girl. Maybe, right? We'll definitely make it weird, but it's all about you, and he's here to help. The center of our operation, coming to the nest.
Hello.
Matt, you have to meet the beautiful,
There you go.
lovely Jessica. Jessica?
Nice to meet you, Matt. Welcome to the Love Nest. How are you feeling?
Pretty nervous.
Nervous? Well, why would you be nervous?
Matt came 10,000 miles just to tell his girl Cody how he feels, and he really needs a real date and a real sort of love trap.
We're gonna set you up with all the tips and techniques you need to make sure you get that date. So relax, be on your way. We're gonna be watching every move you make right here in the Love Nest.
Coming up, how will Cody react when she sees Matt for the first time?
They're looking at each other, but there was no touching, not even a handshake.
And will thrill seeker Matt be able to thrill his crush?